So, hi there. Well, I don't watch this video now when I do it, and I don't even see how when I film myself I don't have that video or that phone where you can switch so you see yourself. So yeah, but anyways, I want to say like hi, and I don't know what that what the meaning is. I googled. I won't check links, as I said, because, well, there are several reasons. First, I won't have time to check, although I like to check into things, and I mean, yeah, I'm curious also on lots of things, but I prefer that you would rather write down than maybe, or share. Someone else may find it and like it, and check it. So, but there are other reasons too, and that's because I have quite some stalkers, as well as there is a lot of trolls out there who, I really don't want to, as I talked about, that's not the same thing as like the dark net or whatever, but I mean, yeah, I really don't want to invite that, and I don't want to communicate or like even make that little extra click to reach whatever sometimes. And I have been spared so much. It's very peaceful here usually, and I'm glad for that, but at the same time, you need to decide where you put your energy in, and I have no clue who you are. If there are those who make videos themselves and I who know who they are, I would check things, but since I don't, and also as that grown-ups too, I'm not 1,000% sure of who you are, I think. So anyways, but my thought is that the 7 would relate maybe to the planets, and also to all kinds of alchemy related to those colors that are said there, the black and white and red and yellow, with those phases of alchemy, I would assume. The quick Google search I did was just I just read a brief few sentences, and that didn't tell me much, but I would think so. I also like that, or spiral in, spiral out. I really like their music also, at times, although it was some time since I listened to them though. But also the imagery and so on, that's so beautiful, and just that alone, I think. Well, anyways, I would not talk about that now, but there are, and I didn't like put links there that I liked, honestly. It was just whatever popped up in my mind, and so it was not like intentional in any kind of way as such. I just took whatever, because usually it will click what is needed, and if nothing else, even if you wouldn't feel connected to whatever you choose, if you listen to them all, then maybe something would. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah. So, and I'm a little bit in a rush now, so I don't know even if I will manage to do this. Maybe I have to pause because. And also I won't see the video meanwhile, because I'm uploading that at the same time now, and took away the sounds there. So, but I wanted to show you not my wand. I'm not sure I will show the wand, though. I got it from someone special, and that wand, I don't think I will show it. Although it's very natural, everything that I keep in use, I love it. The more natural, the more powerful to me. But anyways. So, but I can absolutely understand those who want to decorate a lot, if they are lean towards that, crafty people and such. So I wanted to talk about that with the Athame and my one, that you see that I kept on here are some sparkles stars that I love, and since I can't see what I'm doing in the film while I talk, I just know how long it is, so I'll just continue. But smoke, you can play with smoke so much, it can like respond, I feel, and also So I wanted to keep some incense there for the air element for you. And there's this lavender incense that I like also, although it's those stick incenses that I don't prefer mostly. But yeah, so well. What else? Now I put those things away, so I don't even recall what was there. It was my singing bowl, and it was my as I show you, and then I I put it like so it can stand that thing. Yeah. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry the way I speak. Yeah. So, and the Vaira there, and the bell with the little goddess figure there onto it, and you should stroke it before you make any sounds. It's like the female principle, yes. And the other one is more like the lightning, or the male principle then. And as I said, it was a spiritual tool for me, the Tibetan. Is it called bracelet? No, well, I think I call everything bracelet, even if it's on the neck. Let's see now. Well, there are different words for those, right? Anyways, you could have it around your neck, but also you could have it if you. If you took it many times, you could have it around the wrist of your hand. So I usually had it on my hand, the left wrist there. But it was 108 marbles that represented, like, actually not that exact amount, or it was, but it represents like numerous names of the goddess. And so that was part of that too, connected to Tibet. It was bought in Gothenburg in that the Tibetan Buddhist center there. Where I went sometimes and sat, and they also used those cleared butter lamps and stuff, and it was lovely. I don't think it's there still, though. I talked to someone some time ago who said it wasn't. Then, anyways, maybe it's back. It was some time ago that. Well. Anyways, each of these steps on this, it's like doors. There is always also a back door, and even maybe side doors if you check it. But I think of certain things related to that. It's also connected to Buddhism now. So sorry to anyone who disagree with mishmashing, using many things, but it means something to me. So, and it's called the 10 perfections, or characteristics, or what else is this called? Can be called qualities also. And so for the first one would be charity or generosity, and the second like morality or maybe ethics rather. It's I will go into them if I find time or not get interrupted here. And the third would be renunciation. I'm not so for that, but sometimes, rather allowing, actually. You can always turn something, as I often talk about, the other side of the coin. You can, you can, instead of trying to dismiss something, you can, or letting go of something, you can allow something else, or even sorry, well, no water here. Even allow that, actually, if that feels like a gift to yourself, like you feel more liberated, like when you cleanse things out or so. You oftentimes, I guess, at least although I hold on to things as well. So, but anyways, you can. I don't think that oftentimes it's like in your thought process. It would sometimes be a blockage, at least for me, to think that I should. If I focus on the things that I cannot or have or do, or like, so that would just maybe make me even more focused there. I don't know. But so I think as long as you need to be conscious in your choices. That's very important. And that's what it actually, I guess, mean, truly. So the enemy, going on. That was the third. And the fourth is like wisdom. There are many ways to see that too, but some of them are just pretty easy to understand. Like the fifth would be courage. And the sixth, patience, oh my. And the seventh, honesty, truthfulness. And I think that also very much is with ourselves, first of all. Because sometimes, even if we would be like exactly truthful in words, maybe that is not being most genuine or most genuine. To be true to yourself is also about being true to what you believe is go along with your own, let's say, morals and ethics. And so for example, if I would need to lie to protect someone in danger, let's say, or anything else like that, I would absolutely do that if I needed. I would prefer not to. And also those kind of white lies, you may just, you don't owe anyone an explanation for anything. And so, yeah. So it can be a little bit of a cop-out. For a while I was really, actually it was rather that for a while I was lying about almost actually it like was addicting, or what to say, like a myth. Those who, I couldn't almost say the truth, even if people asked me simple things. Just, this was when I was quite young, and I was really bothered about that myself. And I now realize that I try to just not be aware of things that I didn't want to feel. And so, but meanwhile I thought I'm absolutely nuts, and even those simple things. If someone asked me if I have bought something, where have you been, like, and I said the other store next by the store I was in, or something like very like close to maybe the truth, and for no reason whatsoever. I didn't try to make myself look good, or I didn't try to be like better than I was or anything like that. It was in a strange way. So I even went to this happened. Okay, I will go. But after that, anyways, after this, one of my boyfriends there to begin with, I had to come clean to him and say, "Oh gosh, lots of things here have not been true." And he was like, it was a surprise, I guess, but then he forgave me, and then from the, I guess that was the change, because he still loved me, and I realized that something was off in my psyche, or in me personally. So I thought that, okay, I really need to be super honest all the time, like concentrate on that fully, to not slide back into that sort of pattern that had been developed. So then I became hyper honest about all things. I couldn't lie, like if someone called and asked, "Are you busy?" or I couldn't say like no if I wasn't truly busy or whatever. And now I have found a better balance, that I feel that I'm really, if anyone listened to me, generally they would think I'm totally lying to myself all the time and live in the blue. I don't know, but I don't think I do, and I don't lie. No, I'm very genuine, but to say that sounds also very untrue to do. But I've been on those both ditches, you can say, and it was difficult for me to become that, as a shift that it became such a habit to just answer something that I realized the same moment I said it that it wasn't true. So, and this was when I was teenager still, and then I suddenly, like, when I started to turn that around, then I had to expose it. I forced myself to expose what I did, because that was my way to feel so bad about it, so I wouldn't do it again. And so I kind of, it was a mess, but all the loving people around, And they say also that those who, I think that's a Bible quote maybe, that those who have been forgiven for a lot, they will have a lot of forgiveness to give, or something, but they have a lot of, forgiveness, a lot of wide heart. Not that was like a lot when I look at it now, but at the time, it was weird, and I was not right. I was not really at a good place. I can totally see that, but I wasn't mean. I didn't mean. I have never maybe when I was tiny, then had some small like those kinds of tendencies. Well, in my fantasy world anyway. But aside from that, I always wanted to help and save and take care of, and I've been that kind of person. Even then I was most of the time. But anyways, this is so weird. I am not saying to even say this, because it's so stupid. Well, but this was so long ago, so I can just talk about it because of that. Well, I even went to priest then, because that was I also started, I had all kinds of, I did all kinds of things that were out of the ordinary, what should do, let's say. I was I stole things, I much things, and I wanted to stop with these things, and I was going to be, confession with a priest, and I was going to talk about how I lied, and I just started to lie myself blue. Meanwhile, so that didn't work well, and I realized that when I went from there, I couldn't just stop, or I couldn't just tell that. But another time, that was actually because this took some years for me to even get that on track. And then I went to a psychiatrist then I guess I was I was 20 maybe. And I met a few that say strange things, and I was so unaware of the trauma that I have been through at the time, so I didn't really get what they were hinting at, so it seemed strange to me. But anyways, the one I came to, I tried to say that, I have had this problem not saying the truth. I didn't have that still, though. Or, I had been rid of that, but I told about the history back and how it had been. And that woman, she's made her eyes tiny, and she looked at me and said, "How can I tell that you're telling the truth now?" And I was just, no, I can't even go here. So I just left, because I realized, no, this won't work. I came there by my free will and wanted to resolve a lot of other things, but I also knew that if I pushed myself into a vulnerable corner, if I was feeling too threatened, emotionally, that things would pop up that I couldn't deal with at the time, and that was going on for many years after that too. Then I could that part could get triggered, although I didn't fall into that again. But yeah. But I realized anyways that it wasn't all that balanced to be so sharply honest all the time when it came to words. And I was even emotionally as much as I was honest towards myself anyways. So, but I think when it comes to that, the most important thing, and I'm guided to that also, is really to be truthful with yourself. That's also something that will flow over into everything and everyone, if you are, or at least try to be as much as you can. So, and let's see now, where was I? Yeah, and 8, determination, effort. And the 9th would be loving kindness, and the 10th, equanimity or calm. Oh, I have some work to do still, yeah. So I wanted to go into a few of these, maybe come back to them later, depending on how much yeah, how much time or how much I will speak. Let's see now. I will take Thich Nhat Hanh's book, The Teachings of Buddha, A Way to Joy and Freedom, as my little guide here. And yeah. He does not mention these in his... Oh, now the video is done. Now we get spooky voice here. I will upload that maybe. Now, let's see. I will just do that. I'm sorry if you hang in there with me, please. I'm sorry. I will try to do this meanwhile. Yeah, well, he doesn't talk about these 10 at all. I don't see even to there what I do. I will try. Let's see what I do here. If I can upload it from a bit far away. So, but I like his ways, you know. I wonder if this even is private. Let's hope. Oh yeah, if not, then we will hopefully survive that too. Let's see how this works. Something seems strange. No. Yeah, I have no clue what it says there. Well, really, I didn't need to do that because I should put them together with the sound. But yeah, beforehand I thought I would. Well, never mind. Well, so, but he talks about these various topics, and his way of talking about these things is so. I mean, in Buddhism, it can sound very much like everything is suffering and all kinds of things like that. But life contains suffering, though. That's the truth of it. But, or at least pain. Maybe we don't need to suffer. Who knows? But anyway, so he have this. He's an expert at still keeping the essence, I guess, of the teachings. As far as I mean, I don't understand those, but. I think so, but he still make it very gentle and positive, everything he explains, and I totally love that. So let's see now. Okay, here is one thing. About at first, as I mentioned, there are those aspects of, there are those, what are they called then? Yeah, well, actually parts of right conduct. There are those 8 wheels of the, are they called that even? But I see it as a wheel with 8 spokes in them, like, yeah, well, those right speech, right, mind or meditation, like mindfulness, and right, those. Maybe you know. Anyways, so in this there are several of them, and generosity is one of those for right action, and to be aware of exploitation, social injustice, stealing, oppression, and so on, and also this he focuses it really in another direction towards really nurture loving kindness then. And to learn to work for others' benefit, both humans, animals, plants and minerals even, and so. And to be generous with my time and my energy, and also the material things that I have, and to share with those who really need them. Yeah, and to not steal from others or take what belongs to someone else, or respect others, those kinds of things that are in all religions, like respects others' properties, and Yeah, and in Buddhism they really stretch it as promises. If you get what is it, like, I don't know what it's called, they don't baptize people, but you get like officially a Buddhist sort of, then you also promise, I guess. There are some promises around, for example, not to work with something that would harm, exploit people, or that would, or other beings even. I love that the Buddhist teaching also contains other beings. And sometimes it's easier to want to take care of like animals, or I don't know. So to like, do things that help justice and well-being in society as well, and to live simple in the way so that we don't take more than our share, if you say. But I think our share is quite huge. I think there is enough for most of us. I mean, I think was that this guy, what is it called, his name now? Maybe not, but someone anyways talked about that. I think it's like, however tiny percentage, maybe let's say 5, and I think it's actually just like 2% or something. When it comes to all the, I'm not saying that to take away all of our responsibilities for the environment and everything, but there are those richest top 2%, or maybe 5 or something like that anyway. But I think it was only 2 actually. There aren't very many who are those top richest, that are like far above those other that are more, they're rich but minor rich, you know. Anyway, so they pollute like 80% of things, flying in their jets. I don't know where. No, maybe not only that, but yeah, they really put some strain on the environment. So before I was really like, oh man, not man, but I was thinking like that, if I flush the toilet, it goes away like 25 liters of water each time, and even washing my hands or letting the water flow when you brush your teeth. I had all those little bit manic ideas how I needed to, in my way, like I felt responsible, you know, that I would affect everything in a bad way. But I had those thoughts kind of for a while, back and forth, that I was sort of a burden to I don't know, life or the world. Yeah, but I learned that first of all, I don't even have a car or stuff, but anyways, we can do our little thing, and just to be aware of those kinds of things that we do is good. But I think if we act pretty responsible and also get some knowledge about what things affect the most and so on, I think we can live quite good lives, all of us, honestly. If we humans only were smarter than we are. Anyways, yeah. So that's a part of generosity also, to social justice is part of that. Yeah. Let's see now what else. As that first little door there, then at the base there would be this generosity or charity, to care for others, and that means in all kinds of ways. Sometimes it can be those closest, just to listen or be present is really greatest gift of all we can give. But maybe not if someone is starving or freezing to that. We need to, sometimes other things are needed. But, from what you have, to give the best you have. and then you don't need to give so that you yourself will be in lack, you know. Or as also now I'm going to some Bible quotes all the time. I don't know why I do that, but you know, to give in a spirit of joy. If you feel like, oh no, I have to, then the benefit of it wouldn't be all that great. You will start to, maybe you need to deal with some sort of envy or whatever you carry then to not feel like that. But also in the six parameters, that means like complete insight, like the parameter, and there are several of those, also 6 of them, as I said, and one of them is also to give and offer things, and that's called Dana parameter. So I will see what is said here about that. And maybe I will go through and talk about every one of those sometime, but for now, let's see. I think maybe, oh, someone is coming now. I have to end, stop.